Another Sunday, another live with Investors Playbook. As always, you have your co-hosts, Deshaun and Cornell. And as always, it's been a wild week in the market, right? A lot of changes, a lot of crazy things have been happening. So we're gonna come and talk about some of those things, keep you all updated on some of the news that's been happening. As you see the title of this specific presentation, we're talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about government shutdown, we're talking about the tech sector, um, and all of the changes that's happening amongst that. So yeah, man, just to kick things off, the government is reopened temporarily, right? They have uh they have temporarily agreed to open the government. Essentially, I think it was just because it was a 45 days. It was a long time. And
43.
43 days. The government was closed for 43 days, the longest government shutdown in the history of the United States. Um, and they still haven't come to a full agreement. They pretty much said we'll open it for now, and they have until the end of January to solve their differences and figure out a permanent solution. But for now, it is temporarily open. Um, but how is that actually affecting not just the people, their paycheck, a lot of the companies, but it's affecting the stock market as well, right? This uncertainty with the government. But yeah, Cornell, real quick, man, what are your thoughts on the temporary solution, the band-aid that they put on the government being shut down? What are your thoughts on that, brother?
I'm glad they did something, to be honest, because it was getting ridiculous. I can only
Hmm.
imagine being a worker that's working and not getting paid. So yeah,
Right.
they get back pay, but that doesn't negate the fact that they're struggling in that time where they don't have the money and they still have bills that they have to pay for their families. So I'm glad that there is a band-aid, but I feel like there should be more parameters like around this. I think that government officials shouldn't get paid either when they're
Hmm.
unable to decide on funding like this that
Right.
affects millions of people.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
No, I agree. It doesn't really make sense. The government is shut down, but the government still gets paid. It's just everyone else doesn't. And that's just one of the issues, right? The government being shut down means that a lot of companies don't have clear foresight. There was the SNAP benefit situation where people were not getting their food stamps. Um, I think also data. There was a point where data wasn't coming out because
Mm.
there's no one to get paid. It reminds me of an episode of Rick and Morty where Rick changed the value of their currency from 1 to 0, and everyone was like, "What are we gonna do?" "Well, I'll do it." "Well, wait, who's gonna pay me?" And then it just kept trickling down, like no one's gonna pay me because the dollar is worth nothing right now. So it reminds me of that a little bit when you're like, "All right, the government is shut down, money is on pause, so you can keep working. We're not gonna pay you right now." But I feel like in a extreme reality, it's like, what happens if no one's getting paid? Who's gonna continue to work? Why would they? Um, but you have those situations where people are still getting paid, and it's the decision makers. So they're not like, we cool. We'll figure it out. And it's not that they took that approach. They were definitely working towards figuring it out. It's just they are in a very larger, or they're in a safety net, period. Unlike everyone else who is kind of left to fiend and figure it out on their own. So yeah, it is a bit of a it's unfair, but that's not new for this country, for it to
You're
have
right.
to have things that are a little unfair and that lead more towards the powers and kind of protect them. So it's not it's not new, and it is something that potentially we need to rethink because we don't control that at all. We can't say whether or not the government is going to be open or not, but we have to deal with the consequences if the government does decide to stay shut down for a month and a half almost. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a very wild situation. And even still, right? It's not even a permanent solution. we will figure this out. We could go through this whole thing over again in January. It could just get repeated. So that's unfortunate, man, because it does affect a lot of people. Definitely affects a lot of people.
Do you think that that's what's affecting the stock market right now? The fact that there's no clarity when it comes to funding.
I think it's one of the factors for sure. I think a lot of things are affecting the stock market. People keep talking about an AI bubble, which they've been talking about for like a year now. But if you talk about something enough, eventually it's going to maybe come true, right? If you say that the stock market will go down for 5 years and then the stock market goes down, you're like, see, I told you it was going to go down.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, okay, but it took 5 years. I'm giving you an example.
Right.
It took 5 years to have the stock market get affected for you to see that your point got proven. But with this, I think it affects the stock market for sure because it does create that uncertainty. It does create that lack of clarity, right? What are we going to do if the government shuts down again? Are people going to have money to invest? Are companies going to have a clear path forward on what they intend to do or how they're going to get funded by the government? So I think it does have a effect, but also there are a lot of other things that are at play. Um, Specifically with what we saw last week and how the Nasdaq and things like QQQ uh, took a bit of a dip, right? I mean, it's kind of following a path. It's been, I think, like 2 weeks of a downward momentum, and it's not heavy because we know that the Nasdaq, the tech sector, has been pumping. So this correction, this slight pullback, um, I mean, it's healthy or warranted, but it's just been so many people have been heavily invested in AI. So many people have been heavily invested in tech. When will people take their gains? Right? When are people going to say, "I'm going to sell this stock and make some money"? And that's part of what I think also is what's making the stock market go down too. What about you, bro?
Man, I feel like if AI is a bubble, that we're nowhere near the top. Because my thing
Hmm.
is, AI is still steadily progressing. There's still a lot of things that haven't even been introduced to the public yet. Like I know that they were introducing a lot of things to in those conferences, like the NVIDIA conferences and stuff, and they're saying, "Man, our whole world is about to change,"
Oh yeah.
and I believe it. Like I know we mentioned in previous episodes, we were in Hawaii, and that's when we first started really having a conversation about ChatGPT and everything.
Hmm.
And really, he were just using it to edit their words and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people were using it to as an editor, but now, man, it's hard to even tell what's real and what's not. Like if there wasn't this watermark on Sora 2, bro, I would not be able to tell. I'd be screwed, bro.
Yeah. We
I'd be
were we
screwed.
were worried about the older people and the younger people. But I'm like, I happen to double take some stuff, and I'm like, nah, wait, what? And I almost have to catch myself and say, "Yo, Cornell did." Hold up, Deshaun. Wait, let me look at this video like 5 more times, and then decide on whether or not it's real, and then decide on whether or not I should spread this. You know what I mean? Because it's different when you know something is like completely fake. Like someone is dressed up as, or they're a football player, or they're on stage receiving like the Nobel Prize. Like, okay, that's AI. But when you see just strangers or someone you don't know or animals you don't, and that is like, it looks so real, bro.
Yeah, it
It looks
does.
so real. It looks so real. And it's like, man, it's about to get crazy, bro. Sora is new. Sora is this year. AI, this level of AI video output is this year. And it's going to I mean, it's going to explode and just it's gonna be complete, it's gonna be wild.
And bro, I was listening to AI music at the barbershop.
Yeah.
It is insane, man. Like
Yeah.
it's way better than any artist could ever
Right.
make. Artists are screwed, bro. Like
Yeah.
I was listening to this, bro. I could listen. Matter of fact, I put it on my playlist. Like it was like that, bro. And it's not even a real person. And you would never know. It's like, bro, no real person can hit these notes. The
Mm-mm.
perfection that was in there, bro, was insane.
And the craziest part is the amount of time it takes. 5 minutes, 8 minutes.
It's a
You
prompt.
feel me? Someone created a AI generated song for Black LA Tech Week, and it was a banger, bruh. And we were putting that joint. It got put on Spotify. We were putting it on all our posts. It was on Instagram. I'm like, this is wow, bro. This is wild. This is a AI generated song that took maybe 5-10 minutes to prompt create, and boom,
Banger.
banger. It's wild. It's crazy, man. And that's I don't know. I think there was a post about Tyler Perry talking about that with when it comes to movies. I'm like,
Yes.
watch, we're gonna start seeing AI movies, AI
Yeah.
TV shows. Yep, that's gonna be next.
Because I remember he had like this multi-billion-dollar project going on. And I remember he had
Yeah.
put it on hold because of AI.
Mm-hmm.
Which
He's like,
makes
I
complete sense because if you don't have to pay these people, and but I hate it because that's one of the things that I respected about Tyler Perry was that
yeah,
he puts a lot of black people on.
yeah.
But I kind of want to see how the media, like the entertainment business, is going to shift as AI gets more and more integrated.
We're
Because
already seeing it encroach in social media. I don't know if you see like
oh,
these artists are getting signed. AI artists are getting signed and getting record deals. It's
I
I'm
didn't know
telling
that.
you, bro. Yeah. I mean, I don't completely understand how that even works,
Right.
because it's not a human, but maybe it's intellectual property, and that's how it works.
Mm.
Yeah,
That would be that would be insane if they allow people to get royalties off of something that they're prompting.
yeah. Z- Zania Monet, Xania Monet, signed a multi-million-dollar record deal with Howwood Media. Multi-million dollars.
And she's AI.
Zania Monet is an AI generated persona created by human artist Talisha Jones using the Suno AI platform. Other artists like, oh, okay, I criticize, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this is an AI generated person.
Yeah.
Zania Monet, a non human AI generated R&B artist, signed a multi-million-dollar record deal with Howwood Media.
And just to bring it back to how people are saying that this could be a bubble. I know I've been listening to some things about like the bubble, and what they were saying is there was no real value. These
Yeah,
companies that are being inflated have real value. We're talking about Microsoft, who owns 49% of OpenAI. We're talking about Nvidia, who's the complete infrastructure of AI. Like these companies hold real value, and they're going to continue to grow. They're continuing to make businesses. They're continuing to buy out small businesses that help their growth. It might not be a bubble, and the
yeah,
the bubble that they're looking at when it pops, if it pops, it might not go down as far as what they're thinking compared to the growth that we've been seeing over the past few years.
yeah. And I think that that's a very good comparison that you just made, because people were not super believers in tech when the internet came out. The whole mindset of humans are different now. We don't not believe that the internet is possible. We don't not believe that technology can grow. I mean, it it's just not a fantasy anymore.
Mhm.
It's not something that we see on a sci-fi movie. It's reality, right? Like robots are real. Like they're here. They're rolling around the streets of LA driving cars. Well, not driving, yeah, self-driving. They're here, bruh. And the thought that a bubble, I feel like if anything, it would just be that mental bubble, right? I don't think that the usefulness of AI is going to diminish, not anytime soon, because
No,
there people come
never.
up with new ways just so quickly, right?
It's AI technology is going nowhere.
Yeah, bruh. It's not going anywhere. So now companies are doing so much with AI. So yeah, I think I agree with you to bring it back home and kind of hit on that the bubble. Um, I think if anything, unless some law is put in place, which people are starting to talk about as well, putting restrictions on how generative you can get with AI. But then there's always the balancing act. If the US puts things in place that prevent companies from exploring AI, what is going to stop other countries, China, Russia, from exploring their AI? So it's always that caveat of like, okay, if you want us to stop, that's fine, but then we're gonna end up losing the AI race, and you don't want that, do you, government? So they're gonna promote and push and want and just keep going, more AI, faster chips, more prompting. How can we make things more and more efficient? Because the moment that we start to get behind on technology, it becomes a problem, and
Mhm.
that's what we don't want. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, man, it's wild, but yeah, I think that that the pullback could just be a combination of a lot of things. Uh, but I don't feel like it's gonna be a heavy pullback. I think it's just yeah, I think like by the end of the year or even by the end of this month, we're gonna start seeing higher highs again.
Hmm.
I think so. Yeah. One of the things that I think is unique though is Bitcoin because it's also being, promoted by large companies. Um,
Countries.
Countries, exactly. So what is making that pullback? What is that being affected by I mean, because Bitcoin is more than just US, right? It's not the
Right.
US market.
It's the
So what
world.
is it's the world. So what is it that's making Bitcoin have its pullback as well? Because that joint went to like almost 94,000 last
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think it's market manipulation.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
I think people are loading up on Bitcoin as we speak, man. Because 94, I never thought it was gonna come back down under 100,000.
Yeah.
So I know me personally, I see this as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin went from 127 to 94,000. If
In
you were
what?
looking for a
A
chance to
month?
buy, if you're looking for a chance to buy, it's here, bro. Your
Now
chance
is
is
the
here.
chance.
Now's the
Yeah.
chance. So don't look at it a year from now and it be at 200,000 and you're sitting here like, man, I wish I had bought it when it was $94,000. Don't be that person. Cuz I
Yeah.
that's happened to me with Bitcoin so many times. Even back in 2015 when Bitcoin was $2,000. Bro, I had a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I
that's
I
crazy.
made what I thought was a lot of money and then I sold
Mhm.
it. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, this is just a quick win. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, no one could even predict this though. This I mean, I guess maybe because if Bitcoin can start at well, no, it started at around $400 and it went up to no, it started at 400, went up to 20,000. That's not normal. That's not. It's not normal for any investment to do that so quickly. So, nah, I feel you, bro. It's it's a very it doesn't and has not moved like any other investment that I've seen,
And
and I
I
feel
and
like anyone. Go ahead.
I think that's just what the chart that you're seeing was tracking it because Bitcoin started from change, bro, in '09.
Yeah, you're
This
right.
this, this chart that I'm looking at
It
starts
only
at
goes back
2016.
2016. You're right. You're right, bro. It definitely was below $100 at one point.
It was below a
Um,
dollar.
hmm and
Bitcoin was change.
that's insane, bro. Can you imagine? and and it's what well, Bitcoin came out in like what 09,
Oh
08 or
no,
something. Yeah,
I
bruh.
remember.
25 years later.
Hmm.
Yo, your 50 cent investment is ends up being worth $120,000.
Man, if there was one thing I could go back in time for, it'd be Bitcoin.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Uh,
Literally.
that'd be crazy. I just need like four of them, bro. You give me like four, five of them, I'd be cool.
I'd
Yeah,
be that
nah.
greedy person to sit here and people would know I came back from the
Man.
future.
Be like, Cornell, what changed? Oh, nothing, nothing. What you mean? It's always been like this, bruh. Oh man. Yeah, you over here doing butterfly effect stuff. You be like telling everybody to invest in Bitcoin. We talking about partying at Oleander. You like, no, 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 bro. Look, we got to invest everything in Bitcoin. I'm
Bitcoin,
like, what is this? That would be hilarious, bro. But yeah, so Bitcoin is doing this thing. It's very high volatile movement, dropping $20,000 in a week type of movement. And I'm over exaggerating, but it was at 124 or 125. Now it's at 94. I think it was at that like at the beginning of October. So it's been a little over a month and some change since it hit its highest. So yeah, we're gonna keep watching Bitcoin. Um, and people they're gonna say, "Well, this is the bottom. This is the bottom. This is the bottom." Everyone says what they say, but I don't know how far down Bitcoin will go. Uh, but I'm with you in saying that Bitcoin is not an asset that I think people are getting rid of. I don't think it's yesterday's news at all. It's definitely still on the up and up. Yeah, man. So yeah, Bitcoin, government shutdown. We talked about Nasdaq. I think that might have been it, brother.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think this was good, man. So yeah, hey, take advantage of the opportunity in all situations, no matter what's going on.
Yep. 100%, man. Again, like Cornell said, Bitcoin going below 100, the Nasdaq having a pullback. A lot of companies are, kind of going away from their 52-week high. It might it's just opportunities. Well, look, it's right along Black Friday. All right, Black Friday coming up. You got this dip in the market, which could potentially reward you all if advantages are taken. So yeah, just move smart, understand your financial situation, and yeah, get off the sidelines. Keep moving forward. You know how all the quotes that we say, man. We want people to just learn, understand, and start investing. Get themselves in a situation where they feel financially free. So that's it for y'all today, man. Appreciate you all as always for tuning in. It's been another dope episode. Um, yeah, man, we're gonna catch y'all next week.
All right,
Peace.
peace.